How's it going, everyone? King Blacktooth here, and welcome to this video about unicorns. So, I'm not really an expert on unicorns. I've drafted some people in that apparently are. They seem to think they know a lot about them, and I'll get onto that later. But this video is to talk about and speculate on unicorns in Gwent the Witcher card game. So we know unicorns are going to come into the game because it was mentioned on the Camby card that was released. And we know it's probably got something to do with heroes as well. A very unique ability. Normally, I wouldn't make a video about this because it's just a card that hadn't really got much information. What have I got to say? But I want to make people aware that there's going to be a game-changing mechanic in the unicorn card, I think. Probably just one card, which is unicorn neutral, probably. But it will affect heroes in some way. And normally heroes can't be affected. So the Camby card is a 3-strength hero for Skellige. You place them on your side of the board and it counts down using its own strength. Then when its strength gets to 0, it wipes all of her non-hero units from the board and glyphs from the board and spawns Hemdall disloyally on the opponent's side of the board, which is a 15-strength hero. We're not quite sure whether it removes heroes from the board that are on there. There's no evidence for that yet, but I assume not. Okay. The one little cravat in the Camby card is it says this card is immune to all effects and special cards. So this is, normal actually. All heroes are immune to effects and special cards. But for some reason, Camby felt the need to specify, open brackets, including unicorns, close brackets. So for some reason, it felt the need to specify that. So we can assume that unicorns are going to affect heroes, and Camby is an exception. Most likely because of its ability, it's so drastic. It counts down and then wipes everything from the board, maybe even including heroes. We have no evidence for that. But it gets rid of glyphs and any other troops or character cards from the board. Okay, so it removes Commander's Horns, the only way to remove Commander's Horns at the minute. Mushrooms, Bite and Frosts, and all those as well. So really drastic. So I imagine they wanted to make sure that this couldn't be affected by anything, but other things could be. So we do actually have a picture of the unicorn. It's a little blurry. I've tried to CSI it the best I could. Enhance! Clear it up, but I couldn't do any better job than this. I asked some people that I know to do some artist renditions of what a unicorn would look like, and here are some of the examples. So they're pretty damn good, and this is definitive. This is what Gwent the Witcher card game unicorns are going to look like. I think it's guaranteed. Okay, this one is vomit up the rainbow. It's like a Skittles motto, vomit the rainbow. But we're going to now go into speculation on what the unicorn probably will do, and I'll give some sort of ideas on why I think that it's not going to do certain things and why it's generally aiming towards doing other things. So we know it's going to affect heroes. Now, heroes can't be buffed, they can't be debuffed, they can't be removed or reused. So it's probably going to do one of those. It's either going to buff a hero. This would be bad for Camby because essentially it would increase its timer, most likely. Maybe that would be one reason why it would not be allowed, because it might mess with the timer mechanic, so they don't want you to buff Camby at all. So the unicorn can have a +2 encourage to everything else on that row, including heroes. Okay, I don't actually think that's it, but that's one option. The other option is -2 to everything on that row. That would be pretty good for Camby, maybe, because you could speed up the countdown. But again, for the same reasons, you probably are not allowed to mess with the countdown mechanic of Camby. Okay, so it might have a discourage. Everything else on that row gets -2, including heroes. Unlikely, in my opinion. I've got an idea of what I think it is. The other alternative, what else can heroes not be? They can't be removed from the board. Okay, and this might be an exception to Camby. We don't know. I really feel like Camby cannot remove heroes because I want them to stick to their own guns and say that heroes can't be affected in any way. So if heroes can't be removed, then the unicorn could remove a hero. It could scorch the highest strength hero or something like that. It could remove some form of hero. I really don't think this is the case because, it's just the basic rules. You're not allowed to remove heroes. It just seems really that they're starting to break their own rules if that's the case. And why would it be that only Cambi can't be removed? That doesn't seem to flow. I mean, if anything, Cambi should be the one to be removed, because then you can counter Cambi with a unicorn. I really don't think it's going to be unicorn removes heroes from the board in any sense. I think the most likely thing, and I think there's quite a bit of evidence to back this up, is that a unicorn will medic out a hero. Okay, so it will resurrect a hero from the graveyard, except for Cambi. You cannot reuse Cambi. That makes sense, because then you can't use Cambi's overly strong ability to wipe everything from the board 2 times during a game, which would be very, very annoying. Which is fine. I mean, I think during The Witcher 3, maybe a few spoilers as well, so if you want to turn off, feel free. I think in The Witcher 3, a unicorn resurrected somebody. I'm not going to go any further into that, but that was something that happened. So it kind of flows on from that. And it was a named character that would be the equivalent to a hero in Gwent as well. So it was pretty similar. And yeah, so the ability to reuse heroes. As we can see from the CSI unicorn picture, it is a hero card. It has to be a hero card. Okay, there's no way they're going to have a card which affects heroes, be a character card, and can be reused. So it is a hero. Okay, so if it medics out other heroes, then that's 2 hero slots in your deck that you've already used. Okay, the question is whether the unicorn can medic out normals and characters as well as heroes, or just heroes. If it's just heroes, you've got the chance of it being a dead card if you didn't manage to get a hero in your hand. If that was the case, then you might want to take the operator to guarantee another hero in your hand. But it's 0 strength, it goes on the ranged row. So essentially, I really feel like it's going to be medicing out heroes. So one thing that was brought up regarding the ability to medic out heroes means you can feasibly use some heroes twice. So if you start bringing that into account, start actually realizing what that actually means, it means you could use Geralt Igni twice. It means you could use Triss, Mistress of Magic, twice. You could use Saskia twice. There's a couple of hero cards which are very, very strong, that if used twice are, pretty damn powerful, really. The question that was raised was, would you balance other hero cards for the possible fact that you could use them twice? So would you nerf them a bit because you've got the potential to reuse them twice? I really think that's a horrible, horrible precedent. If they start nerfing cards because one card can medic out heroes, just take the one that medics out heroes out. I don't want them to nerf heroes in any way just because you've got the opportunity to medic out a hero. So I think that's generally it for the unicorn speculation. If you guys got any other ideas on what a unicorn could do, post them in the comments. I would like to read them. I don't think we're going to see anything more about the unicorn for a while, but there is an ability on it, but I can't make it out. If you guys can really make out what that ability is, then let me know. I'll post a link in the description below so you can try and zoom and CSI it yourself. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I will see you very soon.
Yeah.